Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi, y'all, on a Monday evening. Fuzzy actually got the weekend off, so I'm feeling pretty good. Had some company over, so it was a great weekend. Didn't do a tremendous amount of stuff. Did some cleaning around here, though. You can't see it, but my area right here is a whole lot cleaner than it was. I tend to stack stuff on surfaces. I don't usually have very many open surfaces. I've been that way for years. Probably will that be that way for years to come. But anyway, that's just kind of how it is. So, yeah, there we go. There's also, if someone cares to take time to look, there's something new in the picture. And I'm going to leave it at that. And at the end of the video, if I remember it, no promises. I'll try to point it out to those that didn't get it. But anyway, what we do have, we're about out of witch hazel up here in my little bulb bottle. Hey, like that. Still got it. But I've got plenty of witch hazel. I just got to put some in there. So we're going to finish up today. We'll start at the end. Skin bracer. Classic old man. If I'm not mistaken. Patrick, that's one of your favorites, eh? I do believe so. So the other day, I believe it was Matt. Was it Matt? Was talking about, could have been Matt. But anyway, was talking about Haslinger, and I bet I pronounced that wrong, but it's an Austrian soap. I've got the one that's the, I don't know. Why don't we do that? Why don't we smell stuff when it's obvious that you can't smell it, and us smelling it? I don't know, but I do that. But anyway, the one that's got the kind of sandalwood scent to it, Haslinger from Austria. And I don't speak in the Dutch, so I can't read none of the rest of it. But anyway, speaking of that, this little mug that it's in came from one of my great uncles. And was it Uncle Quentin maybe? And it's also, well, I shouldn't say also because I know Austria and Germany aren't the same. But anyway, it's made in Germany and the soap is made in Austria. The brush today is a vintage Everready 500 PB, Pure Badger. And every time I think about changing this knot out, I use it and it still works and I can't talk myself into changing it out. So that's how it goes. And it is Monday, so we're going to do Microsoft Monday this time with the Flying Wing, Guiding Eye, see the Guiding Eye on there. Now, to me, that was very much a marketing thing. You run the cap flat just like you do all the Micromatics, but they said, yeah, you know, you put the eye out there against it and you do whatever. And but it's got a regular safety bar on it. You remember the Micromatics Open Comb, the clog proof. It's got that clog proof guard bar, and this is just a regular one. And it's got what some people call the bullet tip. Some of these are plastic in some models. But anyway, this is the one I have. It's definitely got some saddle wear to it. It does have a brand new treat blade in it. So I was thinking about it. This weekend was great. It was more fun than a bucket full of rubber toad frogs. It really, really, really was. And if you know where that saying comes from. Speaking of the Order of the Toady, which if you're a toasty, if you've been a toast in the past, there used to be pretty regularly the toady would pop up as kind of an inside joke thing. Somebody would do something or say something that I thought was overly good and was very representative of the hobby or of toast itself or something, and they would be awarded a toady, which is just as a picture of my bucket full of rubber toad frogs. And then we had the Order of the Toady, were people who stood out around there. So one of the original toadies has showed back up over there, and I'm really happy about it. Rocket Man is back. Good to see him. Apparently, he's had an extremely busy life like the rest of us, but he's back around a little bit. Good to see him. Great to see him, actually. He was one of the ones from the original safety, the original toast, and then original safety 2 before we had to move it. So he's been very, very influential. Great guy. And he's back around, so that's good. What does Toast you say? Well, you know, you'll be hearing it more. Toast is the original safety 2, TOST, the number 3.com. We're in our 3rd iteration due to technical stuff. And it's all single edge. And by that, I mean single edge safety razors. and injector razors. That's what we do. We allow shade razors to single half of a DE razor. We allow that. We don't allow pictures of others. We call them unmentionables, and we don't discuss them. Now, we did ease the rules up just a little bit here a while back because people were posting things that had unmentionables in them in the shave of the day thread, and I didn't think it was fair that people had to go and, take another picture and do all that. So if they blacked out the unmentionable part and didn't mention it, other than to maybe say, I shaved with an unmentionable, that was fine. However, you cannot say, I shaved with an unmentionable and it gave a great shave and it was close and it was this and it was that and it was the other, because that won't stand. It will get removed. Just how it is. Sometimes it's good to be the king. But there's my little 500 PB ever ready. And like I say, every time I think about getting this knot out of here and putting a new knot in, I use the thing and I realize that it still does a very, very good job. I've gotten this entirely too thick, so we will be adding some water to adjust while we face lather the way God intended. I invented bowls for soup. But anyway, there we go. Right there, we're gonna get us a good shave, and I forgot to show you. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. Wipe this little part of the cheek off. Right there, you can see that's a full over 2 days worth of growth. Cause I had the weekend off, so I shaved on Friday before I went to work. Maybe I didn't, cause I shaved before I went to work on Friday, didn't I? I don't know. Anyway. But I had the weekend off, and now it's Monday, and I don't go in till 10 tonight, so it's coming up on 8 o'clock on Monday. But we got a good growth for the Guiding Eye to take care of. Now, out of all the Matics, my favorite is the oldest one, the original. And then they run in order to the clog proof, and then Flying Wing, Guiding Eye, whatever you want to call it, bullet tip. But just because it's not my favorite of the series doesn't mean that it won't work, because it does a great job. It's just not my favorite. In original directions, said to run it flat on the face, and that's what I do. I may come up a touch, but it ain't much. But look at that, just in the first pass, it's cleared all that growth up. If you can grow it, a Matic should shave it. And do these clog up more than a clog proof? Not that I've ever noticed. I know the name clog proof, and it's got that different looking guard bar on it. My personal theory is marketing. And Gillette won the marketing battle. That's why there were all kinds of Gillettes and not all kinds of gems, but it is marketing, and that's the way it goes. Now, I'm not going to say it just because it's marketing is a bad thing. I mean, marketing is how we find out stuff that we need to know so that we buy stuff we need, right? A lot of stuff that people kind of tout, I think it was just pure marketing and doesn't really improve anything. Just because something different doesn't make it better. And just because it's improved doesn't mean it's needed. Sorry. That's how it is. New and improved isn't always. All right. That right there was a beautiful, beautiful first pass. Take a look at it before I relather. We've got all that old stuff. I could do a touch-up pass and go to work right now and nobody would know the difference. It's not like somebody's going to walk up and feel your face. Well, not but once. But as was pointed out the other day by another shaver, We even though you could get by with one, we're a routine driven. So we're going to stick with our routine, and we're going to do a full 3 passes. I like to do 3 passes, 2 lather passes, and a witch hazel cleanup. Unless I'm using an open blade, in which case it's just 2 passes. There's usually no need for a 3rd pass with an open blade. You're just kind of inviting trouble there. Now I know people that shave with an open blade all the time. We tell you, oh, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And it's no worse than the other pass. And I have no doubt that's true. However, I don't shave with an open blade all the time. If I didn't like single-edged saturator so much, maybe with, oh, got a weeper. Look at that. Don't see it a whole often. I got them starting to get wrinkles in my face, and sometimes I smile wrong. We'll get a little weeper out of it. That's all right too. What other thing? All right. There we go. Got a good cup of coffee. Again, this is the store brand from the local folks, Roush's. It's just good stuff. But yeah, I am a man of routine, and when I get off of my routines, every night before I go to work, after I put my gun belt on, I get all my uniform on, and I'm getting ready to go, I do a pat down. Make sure I hadn't forgotten something. But if I get out of my routine when I'm getting dressed, I am likely to not have something on my belt when I get to work. I've started to walk out the door and not had my pistole. And I've never actually left home without it, going to work, and had to come back in and get it. I've never done that, but I have been ready to walk out before I noticed I didn't have it. Well, routines. There you go. That's just how we do it. All right, so then we got everything washed off and dried off. The Haslinger is a wonderful soap. It's easy to lather. It feels good. I know people talk about some soaps dry their skin out and all this stuff. I'm not real sure how a shave soap, no longer than it's on your skin, and you're wetting the razor as you shave, and you're rinsing off, and I don't understand how shave soap can dry your skin out. Okay, I don't moisturize, so, maybe I just don't know, but I'm okay with that, but I don't get it. I used the Be Pure from Dollar Tree the other day, and they were talking the comments and stuff where people have said that it dries their skin out and this, that, and the other, and I don't get it. Okay. Not something that you're, using for long periods of time every day. You put it on, you shave it off, you put it on, you shave it off. I know some people make more than 2 passes or whatever with the soap. A lot of people do a lot of things. All right. Man, that's a beautiful shave. I find that the best shaves are usually had on multiple days of growth. Your everyday shave, that's one of the best ways to check out and see how good a razor is doing for you, is by using the everyday shave check. But as far as just getting a shave that looks great and feels great and everything like that, the multi-day shave, to me, is just better. I guess it's like when you mow the grass. If you let it get up a little bit and you mow it down, you can tell you've done something that it looks better than if you're just out there mowing around every day. I don't know why you would mow around every day. Maybe that wasn't a good analogy, but anyway, there you go. All right, a little bit of good old man smell here. Picked me up a brand new bottle of Skin Bracer the other day. Hey, and there we go. Now I need to get a new bottle of the Brute. I saw that the other day and started to pick it up and decided to wait because I still have a little bit left in the bottle I have. There you go. Look at that right there. Ain't that nice? Letting the mustache grow out a little bit. May end up trimming it back short as I used to keep it. Not 100% sure yet. But for right now, we're letting it grow out. Oh, that was such a great shave. Look at that. There we go. Well, that's what we got going on today. Come over to Toast and see if you like single edge. One of the great things about Toast 3, which we just call Toast.com, is that it has links that go back to the original sites. And there's an amazing amount of information that's been on there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the original safety, which was started by Dave Irving, and then it ended up with me, and then I had to start the original safety 2. And then we had to leave the original safety 2 because it got too expensive posting pictures. It was a free hosting site, and it was easy to use, but they charge a lot when you got pictures, and we like to post pictures. So that was the reason we started Toast 3. And anyway, we have a problem right now at Toast 3, is that we had a plug-in that was for the like system so that you could like stuff, and that plug-in broke. And I don't have the knowledge necessary to go back and put a new plug-in in, take that one out and put an updated or whatever needs to be done. The person that I had that did have that knowledge was a member, still is, but life is really busy for him right now, and he doesn't have time to mess with it. So, you know, one of you geeky types that can do that kind of stuff, if you want to give me a holler, maybe we can talk about it, and maybe you can help get Toast back on, because everybody likes the like button. And right now, we ain't got one. But anyway, it's a nice little site. It's nice and quiet. There's not a lot of people over there. Like I've said before, I ran a bunch of people off. But it's still there. It's still open. And it's still working except for the like button. So there you go. That's what you got. Look at that. It cleans up nice. Like I said, every time I think about taking that old knot out and putting a new one in, I get to thinking, man, that thing still works good. And it does, like you just saw. Ain't nothing in the world wrong with it. I'm about out of coffee, so that means we're about out of video. So whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy Matic Monday to you. If you haven't tried this here Austrian soap, give it a whirl. There's a couple of different varieties of the Haslinger. Again, that's how I pronounce it. If you haven't tried a Micromac, lady, you need to. If you haven't tried it at all, you really need to. I think I'll give any of those unmentionables a run for the money any day of the week. And there we go. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you. Oh, right here. Right, let me see if I can get my, I'm going to come this way. And right there in the picture, right under my finger, I got a new lampshade. After folks had noticed, or some folks had noticed, I had an old beat up lampshade. I'm telling you how many years that thing's gone down, hand down through the family. I got a new one right there. Woo, yep, there it is right there. Brand new lampshade. How you like it? Fuzzy moving up in the world. We'll see y'all next time. Happy shades to you.